So I'm Barry Ellis. I've been a patient for about 3 years. So I initially had very significant back and shoulder pain. I was, through family history, determined that I was not going to do surgery. I was not going to do narcotics. My wife found this practice. I came, and on my first visit, I explained the pain as best I could. And I was told they don't do surgery, they don't do narcotics. And I said, okay, we'll try. At that time, I was taking ibuprofen constantly. I was seeing a chiropractor twice a week, and I was still in pain. And quite frankly, I wasn't able to function and do the things in life that I enjoy doing. And so I said, okay, let's try. And long story short, it was not an overnight process. But little by little, they started attacking my primary pain points. And within 3 months, I was like, okay, this pain doesn't hurt anymore, but now it hurts here. And so they explained how your body reacts to pain, and then they started attacking the parts that were hurting next. So long story short, I have not been to a chiropractor in over a year, and I don't remember when I've taken the last ibuprofen. So their methodology works. They are very good at interpreting how you hurt and what makes you hurt and where to treat. And it's not quick, it's not instantaneous healing that you get, but I believe it is long-term healing. And so I'm convinced this was one of the best decisions I've ever made. A couple of things that make it different. When I walk in, they know my name, they know my wife's name, they keep up with, okay, this is what we did last time, tell us how it's working. Is it helping, is it not helping, is it hurting here, is it different? And it really is a progressive, we're working with your issue. So I actually had a very difficult time describing where my pain was coming from. I felt it, but it wasn't necessarily at the root place where it was coming from. So they were able to do some thermographic imaging and help me better define where the pain was coming from and target their treatments to those areas. And over time, that dramatically, there's parts of my body that just do not hurt at all. We had actually just bought land, and it had always been our dream to go build a house, be in the country, and I couldn't do it. I mean, so everything we had planned on, I was realizing, hey, I'm gonna have to sell all this and live in a chair the rest of my life. So it dramatically, it gave me my dreams back. My dad, when he was my age, had chronic back pain. The options that he had at the time, he was convinced the only option was surgery. So Dad had rods put in his back. When that didn't work, they went and made the rods longer. When that didn't work, they put the back stimulator in. And when all that didn't work, they stuck him with narcotics, and he's been addicted to narcotics for 30 years. So I said, I'm not gonna do that. And this practice allowed me to not do that. The other thing is people don't ask questions and look at the statistics behind the success rate of mechanically adjusting your body. And the success rate is terrible. You would never bet on doing any of those practices, but when you go to a surgeon who's smarter than you, surrounded by all kinds of people who have all kinds of technology, and they can tell you, oh, we do this all the time. They do it all the time, but they hurt people all the time. They cripple people all the time. And of course, I'm a little biased about it, but I think what they do is criminal. And this was a completely different option. So much so, one time I walked in, I had an ankle pain. I had seen an orthopedic surgeon, They said, oh, this is easy. We did an x-ray, you've got a bone spur, that's what's causing your pain. We're gonna go in, knock the bone spur off, tighten up your tendon, and you won't ever have this problem again. And that was Dr. Schwartz. And his response was, well, that's stupid, I wouldn't do that. Classic Dr. Schwartz, if you knew him. And I said, okay, what would you do? And he said, well, we can get there. Long story short, and I had an x-ray, I could see the bone spur. To me, this was a mechanical problem that was very easy to define. And yet, they were able to go in, treat the tendons around my ankle. It completely changed my footstep, and I have zero pain in my ankles now. No surgery, no invasive, anything. And quite frankly, they were able to go in and treat it and eliminate the problem in less time than what the surgeon told me would be my recovery time. So it was cheaper and faster, and I have all my original parts. I recommend people to come here all the time. I actually carry his cards and hand them to people. No, I literally, I'm a believer. I think it is amazing.